Okay, thank you very much. So, very electric game, right? Lots of scoring in the first half, 42 points by both teams that traditionally score a lot of points. And then second half, no points were scored until 4 seconds were left on the clock. So, it was one of those games where obviously we struggled on offense to move the ball. Defensively was bending, right, but didn't break. Made some big plays in the green zone, score zone area, which were gigantic, blocking field goals. Dakota obviously did a phenomenal job of blocking their field goal, and then Matthew Jaeger did a phenomenal job of making our field goal. So it was one of those games where it was definitely, you could feel the tension, the anxiety, and, the whole atmosphere was, it was pretty hyped up and a lot of emotions throughout, but, give Moorhead credit. They came here to win, and starting off with an onside kick to begin the game, that was, a big play for them to try and do, and then we took down and scored, and then they blocked a punt late, which almost set up a game-winning field goal or touchdown. So, they did a great job, and, we came out with the victory, and we're not going to apologize for that.
So, you talk a little bit about what happened with the offense in the second half. It seemed like they were winning the line of scrimmage and really not much room for you guys.
Yeah, they were definitely, they had better pad level. They were doing some things up front that were definitely beneficial to them stymieing our run game. We got to a point where we had to go to some other options, and option B, plan C, we're coming up short, and so we emptied it out and went empty and put 5 receivers on the field for the last drive, and I thought Hayden did a really good job of avoiding sacks, right, and making plays, and we were fortunate on a tip ball, but Isaiah definitely focused really hard, Isaiah Emanuel, and made a really big play on that tip ball that obviously touched a lot of players, but, we did enough to win. I'm really proud of these two guys. I'm proud of their teammates, and, offensively we got to get better, and we do on defense too. We didn't meet our goals for giving up less than 19 points. So, there's always work to be done, win or lose, and we're fortunate not to lose.
So, you didn't stop once in the first half. But at halftime, what was the mood like with your defensive mates and coming up in the second half? You didn't give up any points in the second half.
I think we pride ourselves on never quitting. We as a defense, we know that if we play that next snap, we always have a chance. As long as we're playing together, we're playing as hard as possible, and every single snap we're going to it's just a never quit mentality. I think a common theme that we kept repeating in that locker room is that it's 0-0 and we bend and don't break. That game was amazing. Like that team's I couldn't respect that team more. I think we came out, played our game. At the end of the day, it's about us and how we play, and we just kept doing that, stayed consistent in that, and obviously it went more in our favor that second half. But I think we have exponential things to grow on, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
You guys seem like your backs were against your own goal line most of the second half. What were you guys talking about in the huddle?
I don't think it ever really changes. I think it's always bend and don't break, keep everything in front of you, tackle, play to our standard, play the football that we know we can play every single snap. That doesn't change whether or not we're down in the first half or whether we're up ever, which obviously didn't happen till late. But it's the same mantra, it's the same mentality every single snap, and that was what we kept saying. It was bend and don't break, keep everything in front of you, play the game that we know we can play. And it's us versus us at the end of the day. It's us executing. It's us doing the right things. It's us tackling. It's us pad level.
How do you stop from getting frustrated? Because there were a few plays, actually ended up going both ways. There were a few plays where he just threw it up.
Yeah.
And there was some bouncing around in there too. And I thought the receivers made some great catches at times. And fourth down, fourth and long.
Absolutely.
How do you keep from getting frustrated when you're out there?
Truthfully, and this is gonna sound cliche or like whatever. We recently did a sports psych thing where this amazing Dr. Campoff, she was amazing. She said, flush it. You have something happen, good or bad, you flush it, you move on to the next play. Every time we came off, every time something happened, I looked at everyone, I said, flush it. Next play. Doesn't matter. It's already happened. I mean, you can't do anything about it. All you can do is affect that next play. And that's what our mantra's been all week. That's what our mantra's been this whole season. And I think that's what kept us in the game. I looked at those guys and said, flush it, let's go. Keep next one. We were down, it didn't matter. Next one.
When did you develop the knack for blocking field goals?
I think I've said it all week because after the last one, I don't think I'm never gonna take credit. I'm never gonna say it's some skill by me. It's all 11 guys out there that go mock speed whenever it's our opportunity. And if it happens to be me that it bounces off of, it happens to be me. But it's all 11 guys. I guarantee you, look on that film. There's 8, 9 guys in that backfield that just happened to bounce off of me. So I'm never gonna say it's me. It's this whole defense. It's this whole team's mentality going into those reps that we practice every day. Those things are what ends in that result. It's not just that play. It's what we did on Wednesday. It's what we did on Tuesday. So that's all. That's always what I'll say to that. There's nothing that has to do with me.
Matt, I was watching you in the pregame. It looked like, at least early, 40 was about your comfort level. As you're watching that last drive, did you kind of think, yeah, get me to 40?
No. Whenever I go out there, I never really look where I'm set up. I just try and do the same thing every single time. And it's just focusing on the mental thing, like the one thing I'm going to focus on as I'm going into the kick. So.
Having not hit the first one very well, that PAT, what was your confidence level going out there?
I mean, like Dakota said, I just had to flush it. You know, I've had a couple times in my career where something bad has to go first, and then I just had to rebound. So I just try and focus on what I can control, and the next kick.
Pretty sure when you hit that one, because I mean, you made it by at least 10 yards. I mean, pretty sure when you hit that one, that was good.
Yeah, that one felt pretty good off the foot.
What was it like playing in front of this large homecoming crowd, 6,800 fans, third largest attendance in program history? For both of you. For all
Yeah.
of you.
I say this over and over again. I think I said this to you, Mr. Curry. I think we have one of the best experiences and home field experiences, advantages, just environment, everything in Division II, if not in college football. I think it's amazing. I get emotional talking about it because I take such pride playing on that field, knowing what we've done to establish what we've established on that field, in front of those fans. To wear this on our uniform, to wear this on our helmet, I take extreme pride on that, and I don't take it for granted because I know everyone in those stands know what they came to watch, and they came to watch us play football, and we've set the standard that they know what they expect. So I couldn't be more appreciative of those who show up and support us, once again I get emotional about it because it's just it means so much to me, and wearing this uniform, I transferred here, and wearing this uniform means the world to me. I wouldn't trade it for a world. It was the best decision I ever made, and getting to do it on this day in front of those fans, in front of our families, in front of these coaches, that's what you come here for. So I love Mankato, and I love the environment we've done.
Yeah.
I would agree completely. I mean, me personally, I try and block out more than less. I try and just focus. I don't even look up into the crowd during the game, but it's definitely great. It gets the offense and the defense hype, and the support's unreal. Like Dakota said, that's why people come here to play football, is that environment. So couldn't appreciate them more.
Todd, every year, there's probably one game on the schedule when you look back at the year, that was the one we needed to kind of turn out how we turn out the end. Is today's game that game?
Yeah, much like last week, Chad, there was never a doubt. I don't know, where people are coming from. Just kidding. It was a couple weeks in a row of a shoo, right? Wow. But, big-time plays are made by big-time players in big-time moments, right? And obviously Matt did a great job. Matt was the field goal kicker. If we were going to try it in the second quarter, the third quarter, he was told right after he missed the extra point that Connor was going to take the extra points and Matt was going to take the field goals, and that never changed. So we do believe in everybody that wears our uniform, and it's real appreciative for Dakota to say all these great things, and I know he means it, right, from the heart. But, you know, I don't know what the future holds, Chad, but I will tell you this, that we have to get better, and I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Resting on what we've done and beating a top 10 team in the nation, right, and maybe not approaching this game appropriately mentally is probably definitely something that, you know, as Dakota mentioned, he's got a ton of respect for him afterwards, right? Did we have the 100% respect for him going into the game? I'm not sure, right? What's in the hearts and the minds of these young men will show up on the scoreboard. And we showed that we made one more play, right, with 4 seconds left on the clock. We did the same thing in the first half. We made a play with 2 seconds left on the clock to score a touchdown. So, you know, at some point in time, you know, we weren't going to be denied, much like last week. But, you know, if these guys want to continue to play nail-biters, then that's who we'll be. It's okay, right? But as long as we come out on top and we make one more play than our opponent, so be it.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good job, guys. Way to go.